All right, so I want to talk about this because I think this is super important. So 3D does not dictate or control or decide for you your outcome, only you do. So part of this whole game of persist until it hardens into fact means that you don't let just something or someone or any time anything, a circumstance is showing in your 3D reality, you don't look at that as if that's Bible. You don't look at that and you're like, oh my God, because this just happened, or this was just said to me, or I got the answer no, or I didn't hit the goal I wanted to hit, or I didn't get the apartment I wanted today, or the job that I wanted today, or the money in my bank account, whatever, or SP texted me, whatever, right? We can go on and on and on. That does not mean that you take that and because it didn't manifest right now this second in your favor, that you're still not going to get what you want. And that's what this whole game is about. That's how you transcend circumstances. That's how you become a master manifester. You've helped me so much in my self-concept and affirmations. I need help with my man who is a friends with benefit. What do you advise? Well, what do you want? And what is your self-concept in relation? If I'm assuming you don't want friends with benefits, so why are you accepting that? You don't accept what you don't desire. You see what I'm saying? The versions of people that accept less than what they want, there's a reason that they do that. Some will say, well, you know what? This is just going to hold me over until I get what I want, right? So I'm okay with it temporarily. Some will say, well, I'm scared to say no because if I say no, then I'm going to lose what I want, right? So you have to understand, what are your motives? Why are you accepting this if it's not what you want? And if it's motives because it's rooted in fear or not good enough or a low self-concept, then you have to change your story. You have to change your story of your self-concept in relation to that person. And you have to change your story of what the fuck you deserve in love, and that the people in your love life, that's how they're going to show up for you. And you don't settle for anything in lower than that. So we have to stop looking and giving up our power constantly, that not everything manifests in fucking 5 seconds. Most things don't manifest that fast, but you still always get what you want. That is what the law of assumption is. Are you assuming that it's already yours? Are you walking around every day dominantly in your mind, thinking and knowing and persisting in the story that you already have what it is that you desire? Most of you aren't, when you're still trying to affirm and control your 3D, or you're still looking at 3D as if it's truth, looking at the current reality as if it's telling you, you know, if you're going to get something or not. And that is what the work is. The work is to bust through all those habits. It's not how you're going to get your specific person. Or let me correct that. You'll still manifest in your specific person that way, but you'll manifest in the same bullshit cycle. So do you want more? Why are you settling for the same cycle? Why are you settling for the same relationship? Why are you settling for the same version of them? And why are you settling for you being the same version of you that felt insecure and not good enough? Is that's not the version that's going to actually get what they want. You can't. It doesn't match. I've seen a change in health with affirmations. I've seen a change in everything with affirmations and persisting. Everything is about persistence. The only reason why you're persisting, it's not to make it happen. You're persisting so you are focused on the outcome. So every time I'm something showing up in my 3D reality, which is what I do not prefer, then I have a decision. Do I want to recreate that person? Do I want to choose a different reality where it's a different version of them and myself and the connection? Or do I want to release this person totally and go manifest someone new in? Like, that's your preference, right? Same thing with the job. Do you want to recreate your job? You want to recreate your boss, or you want to go to a different company? Like, you get to decide who you want to invest in mentally, who you want to recreate, and if you want to go with something totally new. But if your self-concept in relation to those desires are not favorable, if you don't know you're amazing, if you don't know that this is going to work out for you, if you don't know you're going to get what you want, then you really need to work on your self-concept. So the persisting is about convincing yourself that this is what you get to have. It's not making something change outside of you. It's you understanding that you're going to get what you want no matter what 3D reality shows you. That you don't look at 3D reality as if that's the concrete final decision answer, that the judge has ruled its decision. No, you just look at 3D as information. It's happening around you. It doesn't mean that it's going to continue being that way. It's all in the eye of the beholder. It's in what you're perceiving. And with anything, your businesses, your money, your bank account, your friends, your family, your weight, your health, everything. You have to decide you get to have something better. You have to decide that you're no longer available for these realities where you don't win. You have to change your mindset, and you have to trust in the unseen and know that you're going to get everything you want. I mean, that's what this whole game is about. Do you feel there ever comes a point where you should let go of manifesting SP back, or would you just keep persisting? I mean, it really depends. Like, do you really love the person or really want a round two? You know, if the answer is yes, I would still make it about you, because they'll still manifest in, but you'll also manifest other people. And you might realize, in comparison with your new self-concept and the new reality you want, now that you have new versions of people in your life, you may compared the new SP to your old one, that the new SP fucking knocks it out the park. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what you're going to get, except it's only going to get better and better. So I think it's a real personal decision. I don't think it means you failed in any way if you choose not to manifest your SP back, because they're just one person out of 8.5 billion that, you know, can rise to the occasion for you. And a lot of you aren't even going to want your specific person back, because a lot of you are going to understand that you are manifesting that person when you were such a low self-concept. And when you change your self-concept, some of you, not all of you, but some of you will look at that specific person and you'll be like, oh no, there is no real attachment, right? I'm not really in love with them. Like, I really don't want a round two with them. I want a round new with somebody different. That's fucking way better. So it just depends on you. But if you choose to manifest them back, I mean, you still live your best life. You still focus on you, and you don't know what's going to happen in the interim that you meet somebody else. How long is too long? It's been almost 4 years. Well, I mean, I would look at what's going on with you, in the sense that, are you dating others? Are you living your best life? If you're just sitting here affirming and, you know, kind of not knowing your worth and value, then that would explain why it's taken 4 years. But also too, it's we don't wait on our manifestation. If you assume that you are already loved, wanted, chosen, if you assume you're already wifed up, if you assume you are the prize to catch, if you assume you're already going to be in the relationship of your dreams with the person of your dreams, then you don't mind. Like, you don't sit here and need it to show up. You're just living your life, and you trust and know it's on its way. Do you know it's inevitable? Do you know that you're going to get what you want? Can you please tell what's better for overnight reprogramming, affirmations, or subliminals? So super confused about the two. Okay. So reprogramming your mind doesn't happen while you're sleeping. It can happen when you're falling asleep. If you wake up, depending what level of sleep you're at, in the REM that you're in while you're sleeping, or upon awakening. So there's a myth going out there, because these people want you to watch their meditations and get the views, because they get ad revenue for it. So if you're sleeping with things, it's not going to reprogram your mind fully and completely, because if it did, then everyone would do that, and then nobody would have to work on their thoughts throughout the day. So I don't listen to subliminals, because I don't know who the fuck is making them and what they actually said in the subliminals, because you can't hear it. So I personally would not use subliminals unless you know it's from a trusted source and you know what they're saying is real. And if you want to listen to affirmations while you're sleeping, that's fine. But what are you doing throughout the day? Because like I've said a million times, listen, I only made that 8-hour chosen meditation because I got 5 million trillion emails when I made like a 20-minute one, and everybody was like, make an overnight one. And I wrote in the description, like, this is not the answer to reprogramming your mind. It may help you a little bit, because like I said, when you're falling asleep, you'll hear it, and at different periods throughout the night, depending on your sleeping level, you might pick up some of it, and then upon wakening, but that's it. So you can listen to it before you go to sleep and listen to it when you wake up, and it would have the same effect. But it's not the answer. If it were the answer, then that's what everyone would do, and everybody would have their mind reprogrammed 100%. You will talk yourself out throughout your day of what you just listened to the night before if you don't observe your thoughts and direct your mind to where it's going.